Hello and welcome to Demons and Wizards and Dragons and Fire, a tabletop podcast. Your host, Jonathan Long, who plays Talik, the Goblin Wizard. We have Milo Stout, played by Alan Cathy.
That's me.
You got Daco, played by Colton Walker.
What's up?
And of course, to my radiant left, Shane Cathy's playing the greatest detective of all time, Nicholas Van Kirk.
Howdy.
And to my dark and brooding and handsome right, the DM for the evening, Wally Delshire.
You know, they just put Batman's penis into the newest comic, and people were really upset about it.
What are you talking
Hey,
about?
for real.
Yes.
That is for
I
real.
swear you just come up with shit.
Like you literally
Like
see
that
it.
was off
You
the top of
see-
your head.
You
You
see
see
a silhouette,
a Bruce-
a dark and brooding silhouette.
That's what made me think about it, your adjectives. To
Dark and
describe it.
brooding made you think of Bruce Wayne's dick.
Was it? Could you tell if it was circumcised or not?
He was not. He's circumcised.
He is circumcised. Another one not for me. No representation.
Hashtag hell. I don't know what the hashtag.
Hashtag uncut.
Hashtag. There we go.
Let's keep that one
That's
going.
good. That's good.
So, getting into it, last time you guys met the great and beautiful Olivia
Oh yeah.
and had fun in her mill.
That was a weird experience.
Saved
there.
her for some.
What a fever dream.
Right.
Save her from rats. She feeds us, and just because it tastes really good, she decides to kick us out.
We also went to the port town.
Yeah, she told you how to get there, to get to the port town of Azanola. Now, when you got there, you saved a small boy, and then he took you to go meet the person who wrote you the note when you first woke up in this time period.
And Nick is forced to take up vaping.
The worst tragedy.
Befall him yet.
Worst thing that has come across this entire crew.
You got a trench coat,
A
and
pelt.
you got a pelt and a vape.
Guys,
You're looking like a real furry.
Guys, I have a confession to make. Nick's just been using minor illusion to make it look like he has a trench coat. He actually doesn't have one.
That's a lot of work.
I know.
Constantly.
But
Also,
like
what?
last game, you brought it up, and I said yes, and then I was like, no, wait, I lied. I don't have one.
I had never
So-
pictured Nick with a trench coat before.
Yeah, he just wears like a vest, he just looks like a nice detective man or whatever.
Let's just say
he's a very presentable.
There was a
policeman.
buy one vape, get one trench coat free at that
Let's
shop.
say he looks like Matthew McConaughey in True Detective, just in much worse condition.
He looks like a blonde John Hamm.
Now, blonde John Hamm. And with that, let's get started. Back at the
very
table.
sickly, though.
Right.
So Marcella was just saying that she had been waiting for you, and she introduced herself to you guys. Now, I'm sure that comes to you guys as a bit of a surprise, maybe, or maybe not. She says, I'm sure you guys have figured out by now that this isn't the world you're used to. She exclaims that to you guys and tells you that, you are in the future. You've traveled 228 years into the future.
I always thought it'd be a round number if I ever time hopped.
Everyone does.
That is round.
That
That
is
is
round
round number.
It's an even number, not a round number.
Oh, I guess.
I mean,
Unless you want to consider the physical properties of the letter.
Do you mean
The
ending in
numerical
0 or
digit
5
eight.
or what?
Yes.
Zero, I guess. Yeah, not 5.
It's a solid 0.
For some reason, I see 5 as a round number. I don't know why.
It's easy, man.
we don't know math.
So she goes on to explain how you got here and why you're here. When you guys fought Oberon, you didn't fight him in your mind. You fought him in your soul.
I don't think we've even
Those are
tried to fight.
Have you ever met Talik? He doesn't have a soul.
Now, what happened to you guys
He
is
sold that long ago.
the thing that he cleaved, and why you always feel this strange feeling whenever you think about that or you're having dreams about it, is because he cut your soul body in two, and you've left half of it in the past, and I was able to bring the other half here. So you're not fully yourself anymore.
Why did you bring us here?
A half-sized man, even halved again.
I brought you here. in
Talik
order
is a
to
foot tall.
Yeah.
I brought you here to do my best to save the future.
It seems pretty great here, though.
Yeah.
It seems pretty great here, but it's not.
What's the unseemly?
The unseemly of this world is, as long as Oberon is king, there is no true happiness. Anything that he finds untasteful to him or his presumptions is punishable by death. So everyone is always on their best behavior.
Oh, that
What about
explains
those
a lot.
kids?
What about those little
Yeah, what about
bastard
those little
kids?
guys?
They're just little bastards.
They're dead already.
They're dead.
He's already killed them.
They could be dead.
So he's cool with vaping?
He likes vaping.
You don't know what vaping is.
It's a healthy alternative.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So you're currently, your current conscious self is stuck here in the future. But I can help you rekindle your connection to your other half.
Oh,
To
so
be-
we're like time travelers now. We can time hop. Because a part of our soul resides in the future and the past.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, man, we're going to be able to do, like, cool stuff, like, from the Link in the Past. Like, you know, where you, like, go to, like, certain areas and you're like, oh, man, this rock's in the way, but if I travel into the future, it's not there.
I don't think we can do that. I think we just...
I think we're just gonna go back.
And then stay there.
Like
no, I was just
Samurai
saying, I was
Jack.
just, like, in the same kind of, you know.
You're going to be able to travel back and forth between your bodies.
God damn it.
That's why I'm the detective.
Cucked again.
That's a new word.
That's what we need, or that's what this world needs. Now, you may have noticed with the Balkan stone that you had, it is not the only one of its kind in existence.
Called it.
Did you?
Get excited, Talik. There's
Yes,
another
you did.
topper out there for your staff.
Collect them all.
Now, what the Balkan stone truly does, and why it was so important to the coast where you got yours from, is because instead of keeping the waves at bay, it kept the malicious sea god of that area at bay by putting a seal on them. The Balkan stone can place seals on lesser deities as well as remove them. And you are why Oberon has been released upon the world again.
Well, we didn't steal it. We recovered it.
But you took, but when you went into that area,
Remember when we were down and then we saw the Balkan stone reacting to that door and we just sort of opened it?
Oh, that was a no-no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Cucked again.
No.
It was a door. It had like a red aura on it. It absorbed it. Okay, yeah.
And then we got cut in half.
That was us breaking the curse on it,
Oh,
or
wow.
the seal on it.
Milo's
what
getting
is-
caught up?
So what is Oberon?
He's just a lesser...
He's a lesser deity. He's not quite on the same character class as like Pelor or something like that. The higher deities.
Okay, so basically in this future, we're seeing what Oberon has done from when we first set him free.
Yes.
Okay, and since he sliced us.
First thing on his agenda, cut down a shitload of trees. Just get rid of the trees.
First on the agenda, vapes.
Magic vapes.
So, did you guys actually have a question, or was that just kind of like you
Well,
making comments
So
there?
you brought us here. Do you want us? What is the deal? Do you want us to get rid of Oberon?
Deco, Deco's confused.
what's
Why
up?
are we here?
So, since you're the ones who unleashed him, it's your job to put him back.
We got to put him back in the
That's
box.
fair enough.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
you don't have the strength to do it now.
Yeah, because we're half a soul.
Exactly.
I have questions about that as
And
well.
since he has been able to live for another 228 years free, he is even more powerful than he was when you first met him in your timeline.
And he was quite juicy when we met him.
Yeah, he was pretty juicy, dude.
So, what you're going to need to do is, and she motions down to the pelt around Nick's waist, and she says, you need to continue to collect the relics.
Oh, this old thing?
Yeah. I know you can feel the latent power within the pelt, can you not?
Yeah, something feels weird.
It's itchy.
It's just really itchy.
Inside there is the power to defeat him. There's a piece of him there. Now, these are all relics for him, and he has not discovered all the ones in this future. There's a few left, aside from the pelt, still that he has not recovered. But there are some that will only be in the past, because he had found them after he had resurfaced into the world.
Okay.
So are you saying that once he awoken,
Yes.
he's like, I need to find my pieces back.
Yes.
And in the past, in our past, he's got a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Still hasn't found one because he didn't feel like swimming.
Yeah.
And we found one in the future.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, it was also sealed away, so maybe he couldn't sense
That's
where it
true.
was.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
essentially, we're gonna have to go back to the past and find them before he does.
At least
The
some
ones
of
he
them.
current has, and then any ones he hasn't found, we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many were there in total?
Excellent question.
In total, there is going to be 6 pieces altogether. Currently, in the future, he holds 4 of them.
Okay.
So there's one other piece out there besides the one that you now control.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to the past to get those 4
Yeah, before he can get to them.
before he gets to them, and then there's one in the future that we can still find.
Yes.
Okay.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is that town fucked?
What sword?
The
Sword
Saber's
Coast?
Edge?
Saber's
Saber's
Edge.
Edge.
Yeah.
Saber's Edge has been wiped off the map.
See, we kind of did it. We screwed up. Our bad.
How did we? It wasn't our fault. We got slung into the. It wasn't our fault that our souls were severed.
Well,
Well, we opened that door.
We didn't know.
Well, we could have stopped and.
I
think.
guess we could have talked to Toast.
How are we?
maybe.
How are we going to save that town and do all this?
That's my question. How does this time travel work? Like, are we in the past? Like, when we go to the past, has time elapsed, or are we just going to wake up as if, like, a few seconds have passed?
You're going to wake up as if a few seconds have passed.
Okay.
So we can only go back to the time we were severed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the exact time we were severed.
A save point.
Yes.
Okay. If
Okay.
you will.
All right.
so much.
I
How
still.
how are we going to time shift? I
Well,
guess.
Let's read on.
So, in order to time shift, you're going to have to meet other people. And those other people are other deities of the world. Now, not all the deities that have been sealed away are bad. But not all of them are good either.
Okay.
Oberon, after reawakening, sealed away a lot of his own kin and kind to make sure he was going to be the most powerful lesser deity on our plane.
So he sealed up all the goodies, the good people.
And not necessarily. I mean, there's still some bad guys that defied him and
Yeah.
things like that. Be wary on who you think you can trust.
Noted.
Now,
So what are they going to do for us?
they can help provide clues, maybe power, maybe artifacts that can help in your aid to defeat Oberon. You'll have to defeat Oberon in both timelines to truly defeat him.
It's like some crazy Earthbound shit.
This is a lot of work for those 50 coins.
50 gold pieces. Toast. The deal's changed. We need more. Okay, so basically we can, as far as I've kind of been able to gather here, are we only able to time shift with the help of a deity, like a small.
They're going to be the ones
deity.
that are going to help you get there.
And what I'm gonna guess is when we find one of these deities, they will time shift us back where they were once the holders of.
I don't think it's
whatever
like
artifact or something.
It's like time shifting, but I feel like we're both like half of us is still there. It's I
More
mean
like our
I'm about
consciousness is
Yeah, I
moving
know.
back
I know
and forth.
I'm trying to think
I
of it.
don't-
I was
the
like
only reason I'm saying time shift is because we're literally further
That's-
in
yeah, I know.
time. Like I know what it is.
yeah. It's just I'm trying to think of it, and time hurts my brain.
Yeah.
You will shift back to wherever your physical bodies were left.
When we
Yeah,
were
that's what-
first
yeah.
severed.
So you will go back there. And whenever you shift back, you're going to shift back to wherever you left them here. So
Yeah.
on and so forth. So,
If I go back in time and I buy a Kit Kat,
They
will it
haven't
still
been invented.
will it still be in my pocket in the future?
yes.
Well, what if he ate it at some point on the way to the future?
Then no.
So you don't know. It's like a magical
Man.
mystery grab bag.
That's the Talik. That's the answers Talik is trying to find out.
Now there is a god that I know can help you nearby here.
I was about to say, we have to get these artifacts. Since we're already in the future, we have to get the one that's in the future that's available to us first, and then because if we go back and get all of the 4 in the past that we can get, that would probably alter the future pretty heavily. So we need to do the future stuff first, and then go do the past stuff.
Like, well, the way that I'm thinking of it is, it's like these other deities we're going to are like lesser deities.
Yeah.
And he's a greater deity now because he's become so strong. So we couldn't really hope to beat him. But maybe when we have all the utensils,
No, I think that's
we
it.
can go back to the past when he first cleaved us, when he himself was a lesser deity, and maybe we can slay him that way.
I think that's
And
the
then
only way.
it totally nullifies what happens to the future we're in now.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why I'm the detective.
We we were all talking the same
I'm
stuff.
just,
No, that's Shane's new catchphrase, and I love it. That's why I'm the
That's
detective.
why I'm the detective.
And
no,
yours is-
I'm gonna mess up a lot
cucked.
though.
Cucked again.
Cucked.
And that's John's new catchphrase.
Yeah.
So there is a lesser god in the area, the god of the forest. Her name is Karamis, and she will help you guys in being able to connect to your past selves.
Okay.
She's going to be located, east of here, further into the woods. Obviously, the opposite of the ocean. That's
Oh,
where
okay.
you're going to need to go.
Makes sense.
She'll be there. You'll see a shrine to her. It's going to have the shrine for Karamis is a tree with a fruit hanging off one branch and an owl on another.
I love this. Milo's so excited. He cannot wait to meet.
I love fruit.
Nature shrines.
Look for that. And you remember the Balkan Stone can help guide you as well.
Okay.
There's bound to be a really cool stick in that.
I was about to say,
forest.
you excited? We're going back to the forest.
Also, Madame Marsala, can you,
Madame Masala.
Madame Marsala, can you actually decode this letter that we have?
And I whip out my dick.
The letter.
So, the letter.
So she takes the letter from you, and she says, "I'm gonna need time, but yes,
Okay.
I know the God language, but poorly.
But poorly.
So
Well, better than us.
give me some time with it."
Okay.
One last piece of advice, or two rather. First, going out finding gods and time traveling and or conscious splitting and all that's all well and good, but there is
I don't think so.
but there is a real danger here for the normal people of this realm that Oberon has placed over their heads within his generals and things and the oppression that they're feeling. So if at any point you feel the need to help, please don't hesitate, because the people don't have anyone else. Last point, the pelt that you have and any that you you may get going forward, I know a wizard stronger than I that can help with that. Or any other artifact that you may
I was going to ask, are they all pelts or are they different types of artifacts?
No, this is just that one specifically a pelt.
Okay.
I want to assume they're all probably like wolf related somehow though, because of what he is.
Yeah.
Wants a dog bowl.
It's a dodgeball. Well, it's just going to be, warrior stuff.
A little scarf that says killer on it.
A chew toy.
So, there is a wizard stronger than I located in Neverwinter. Neverwinter is still the capital of this time period as well. That's where Oberon's castle is. So it is dangerous to go. But there is a wizard there by the name of Doctor.
Don't you say it.
Phantasm.
No!
I was writing on my notes like, what's this wizard's name going to be? And I just said, fuck it. That bastard.
Wow.
Wait, he's still alive?
He's still alive.
I guess so. Maybe
Maybe
he was
he
better
became-
than we thought.
Maybe he became legit after we
Almost had him.
Abandoned
saved his
him.
life.
Abandon him. Oh, he ain't going to be happy when he sees us.
Do you guys know Dr. Phantasm?
Oh, we know him.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
Sounds like the guy we know is probably quite a bit different than the person you know. We knew him before he was as fantastic as you seem to think he is.
As fantastic as you.
Is he sad all the time? Because when we knew him, he was sad all the time.
He was down on his luck. We helped him out. No, we didn't.
He's still in pretty poor spirits all the time.
That sounds about right.
That's our boy.
That's our boy.
Yeah.
I think we gotta meet
So-
up with Dr. Phantasm.
So where's he? Where's he at?
He's a Neverwinter.
It took him 200 plus years to get to Neverwinter.
He's the he's like the head wizard of in Neverwinter now.
Okay.
Top of the Mages Guild.
Where is he in Neverwinter?
Mages Guild.
Okay.
Yeah, I would assume.
What were you gonna say, Milo?
Which way is Neverwinter compared to that forest? Because he's really excited about that forest.
That forest is kind of on the way. You had to pass through the forest to get to the main road anyway.
All right.
Okay. So Forest first, then Neverwinter?
Yeah, I think
Sounds
so.
like a plan.
We'll get whatever the piece or meet the god,
Yeah.
then
Meet the god, get the relic.
hop,
We'll
then
go
the
see
pass.
Okami.
and then we'll, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
be warned. Meddling in the past will change the future.
Oh, we know. Oh, I know. Milo understands time. Milo understands time more than anyone.
What is
Why are you
Milo just
saying
some
that?
god?
Going on?
What is happening?
If I say it, it's canon.
No, it's not.
I say it, it's canon.
If I say it, it's canon.
If he says it, it's canon. Before we go, I was promised a reward, and he looks so fucking.
He looks at Faust.
He looks at Faust and is like, kind of like, very. What's the word I'm looking for?
And Faust
Shit-eating grin.
disappears.
Shitting grin. Just yeah.
Eating grin.
You want a reward for doing a good deed?
I'm very sorry, man.
He's a goblin. Stay away
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. She,
The kid did say.
so,
say it.
so she's like, give me a second. She walks out of the room, goes into this like broom closet, comes back out of it.
Jar of pickles. Please, God, be a jar of pickles.
She hands you this small pouch. This will keep you from dying from a high fall once. Just turn it upside down and open the bag.
That's great since he has spider climb and feather fall.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a basic parachute.
Wait, did you say you turn it upside down? Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, I swear if it's like an hourglass or something, you can whoop and then like Persia Prince of Time up. That'd be neat. Sorry, just yeah.
It's an inflatable mattress.
It's an inflatable. It's a raft.
Just an inflatable raft.
An inflatable
We're
raft.
not sinking. We're falling.
So that's what you get from her.
Parachute in a bag.
You got all of you.
Tight.
All of you are always welcome here
Thank you.
while you're on my plane, and I will gather information for you as needed.
Well, we'll come back for that letter.
Okay, great.
So she's gonna be like our home operation, like a base, our base, basically, I guess.
Basically,
Okay, cool.
Milo wishes to ask
Yes,
if she knows anything about his friend that he knows exists.
what is
But
their
everyone
name?
told him he was crazy. But everyone told him I was crazy. Huh?
What is their name, child?
He tells her name. He doesn't remember. I don't remember personally. I don't even remember what I called her. I don't even know if I gave her a name. It was just a friend in a fae in the woods.
Yeah, I remember you always just calling him a fae in the woods.
She was just a fae in the woods that
I need more info than that young one.
she was hot. I don't know.
Isn't this your character?
There was a
background?
lot of
Yeah,
fae
like
in
he
the woods.
doesn't.
You
She
may
never
be-
had a name. It was just a friend of his in the woods.
You may be able to ask Karamis for that answer.
That makes a lot more sense.
She's more connected to the woods than I.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
If you need anything else, please, like I said, consider this your home. And if you're on your own. Do you have any other questions that I could help with before you leave?
Have you ever heard of a man called Jose Hornigold?
The Great Pirate?
Yes.
Deco shedding a tear.
one.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Hornigold's been dead for over 200 years.
He- but Deco, he died drowning in pussy.
Oh my god. No. There's volumes and volumes of his adventures and works over here in the bookcase, so you can read about him. I just found them. They're right over here next to Sadir
Give me
Brim's.
those. Give me those books.
Mr. Hornigold died giving his life trying to protect the people of Saber's Edge.
Oh, Well, we can go back in time.
So we can fix this. It's all right.
All right, boys. Let's kill this motherfucker. Let's kill Oberon.
Marsala says one more thing. Magic.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Magic's
I'm
illegal.
always careful with magic.
You're the least careful person in our party.
Wink.
They're not. Magic isn't totally outlawed, but the people don't particularly care for it either. So be
Okay.
careful
Good to know.
who you do it in front of and where you do it.
Cucked again.
So,
Okay.
Milo is slightly tempted to just burst
Turn-
something into flames.
I was about to say, turn into a bear.
Or something crazy, yeah.
A panda.
He's just like looking off up above, thinking, "Oh, that would be great." Okay, we're good.
okay. So do you want to do anything else in this town before you leave?
I don't think so. I think we want to go
I think we want to get. Yeah.
Let's just head off. I mean, it's still fairly early as far as I know.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's like midday. Like,
Yeah, we're heading on.
start traveling. You leave the gates behind you and the bustling of the city, and you walk along You walk along the path until you get to kind of where the path leads around the forest instead of going straight through it. Now, into the forest, it's very thick with brush, and it seems like it has an abrupt end for some reason. There's no real rhyme or reason why the forest has its edge where it does. It's not being chopped down or anything like that. It just stopped.
It's like a weird, like, straight line of where
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's probably a barrier that's stopping it. If that's, like,
Can we go through it?
one way of finding
Well,
out.
we have the Balkan stone. Maybe
Yeah.
that can help.
Yep.
I'm just saying that this is probably the reach of the god that this lesser god has. It's just, like, right to here. And then, like, Oberon's stuff is just kind of stopping it.
Well, I don't really want to impose.
Should we knock first?
Yeah, like I
Milo's
was
just
thinking
too
Milo
excited, and he's just walking straight into them trees.
See, I feel like we're thinking about like how we want to do this politely, and you probably the most, with the,
Eager, yep.
the one with the most expertise into like doing like forest stuff, just like whatever.
He just walks off into it.
Yep.
You walk off into the forest, and are the other three of you in tow?
We turn around and see Milo walking off into the forest, and we're like, "Oh, all right, let's go catch
Yeah,
him."
let's do it.
It worked for him.
We'll pedal up after him.
Us walking into something's never caused any harm.
No, never.
Yet.
I'm saying the reason why we've started this entire journey is us just walking to a wrong door.
So you go deeper into the forest, and it keeps getting thicker and darker to where the canopy is blocking out most of the sun at this point. But it seems like you're just walking endlessly, but you know the forest isn't as big as this.
Guys, it's getting dark in here, and I can't see too good.
Well, I can.
I can see too.
Is the Balkan stone doing anything?
Pull it out and find out.
I pulled it out.
Nick pulls it out.
So the Balkan stone...
Yeah,
the
dude.
Balkan stone, guys. Come on.
Bow chicka
seriously.
wow wow.
The Balkan stone is radiating with a green light, unlike the red one that
Right.
you've been seeing associated with Oberon. So it's making you, seems like, different colors react for different gods and things like that.
Okay, that's a good. I like it.
Indicator.
Yes, Milo.
Is there anything in like druidic left in the trees? Any kind of magical message?
Feel it and find out.
I do.
No. There's not.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just trying to pick up on stuff. He's just trying to be a druid the best he can. He's trying to help the party.
Are you looking for sticks? Have you found a good stick?
That is happening as well.
Okay, good.
We'll find out.
We'll find
He feels like there's something. He's waiting for the big tree to find the good stick.
The perfect stick.
To find the good
One
stick.
might
The
say.
tree.
He's looking for that tree.
The stick.
Well, is the stone sort of doing that thing where it's glowing, like it was pointing us to that?
Yeah,
Okay.
like-
Okay.
So I think we
So we
just
notice
follow that.
and we start following what the stone is telling us.
Yeah.
to follow.
So you're following it, and it's just like boop, 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 just like radiating that kind of pulse.
Radar.
Like a radar, yeah.
And then, of course, as you get closer and closer, it's just staying solid at this point. You're in the exact area you need to find. And there is basically a shrine with the image that I had spoken of earlier, with the tree, with the fruit on one side and the owl on the other, sitting in the middle of the altar. And around it, wrapped, is that same green aura that you had seen before.
Is this? Are you saying like this is like a shrine? You mean like a sigil or something, or this is actually the tree?
This is the shrine. This is a shrine with the sigil on it.
So like a
So the sigil is the tree with a fruit and an owl.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So we're seeing the shrine.
okay.
All right, well, Nick's going to, like, slap Milo in the back and kind of push him forward and be like, get it, little guy.
What? What do I
Should we
do?
just give the
I don't know
Balkan
what's
stone to
going
him?
on here. You're the one that walks around the woods all day.
Nick just like tosses the Balkan stone to him.
He almost drops it.
Yeah.
You're the detective.
I want
now.
that back.
Just like sticks it to the glowy thing.
Just, like, poking the owl in the face with it.
As you do that, similarly to the 2 times you had used the Balkan stone to unseal something for Oberon, you see that the stone is sucking in all the aura, and the glow has disappeared entirely. And from behind the behind the altar, you see just a little seedling just poke up through a little piece of soil there, and
Just start.
just starts growing and growing and growing till it makes this immensely tall tree
Milo is incredibly impressed, excited, and almost to tears.
That's the tree.
Just hundreds of feet tall.
When it's over, he's like, guys, I think this is the one.
Well, yeah.
Don't ruin this for me.
With big, massive fruit hanging from it.
Look at those plums.
And
Sweet.
Juicy plums.
so, and at the bottom of the tree, there's just the right size knot for you to go into.
Oh, like a doorway.
That's an immense tree.
Yes.
Wait, can I fit through it or do I have to crawl?
I'm saying this tree is like several hundred feet high.
Oh, okay.
Think bigger than a redwood, like big ass tree, dude.
The tree of might.
Not the tree of my big. Tree of my big was big enough to see from space.
Yeah, it's a big tree.
It is a big tree.
Not that big.
Still big though.
Like the Yggdrasil tree.
Is there
The
any...
Yggdrasil spans existence.
Well, I meant like in, I think it was Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, okay. Well,
Dragon
was
Quest
just-
has
It
that
was
in a
just
couple
a really
games.
big tree.
okay.
Is there any fruit that we can get?
Let's not do that yet. Do not touch that fruit.
Is there any fruit we could get?
We will ask for the fruit.
Is there any fruit we could get?
This is the argument
the fruit
between
is pretty
Like
high,
Milo
high
gets
up.
dead serious for a second, and like turns and just looks straight in the eye of Talik, and is like, "Do not touch that yet."
All right. What do you think I was gonna do?
Though he's like, "I'm with you, but not yet."
the tension between a goblin and a halfling.
Yeah.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Go in.
I'm
I guess
going in
yeah,
that
we're going
hole.
in.
You go inside the tree, and you see this basically a throne room within it.
Magnificent.
It's a throne made out of pure just woods and bramble, just all through it, and just wrapping around. On that throne, you see a small little girl wearing a gown made out of baby's breath and hair like vines just growing out of her head. And she says, "Are you the ones who freed me?"
Did it just happen just now?
Yeah.
Because if it didn't just
We
happen
did
right
something
now,
just now.
then
Yeah, that was me.
no.
Time's been weird.
I've just been asleep for so long now. I don't know what's going on.
All right, yeah, I guess that was us.
Should
can
we just tell her what happened?
I was about to say,
Yeah, I was gonna
let's
say, Milo-
fade to black, and then when it opens back up, she's like, "Oh, I see."
Yeah, Milo explains what's going on, why we're here, and overemphasizes that he freed her.
So
Kiss ass.
She looks. She looks like she's really contemplating, and she's like, "Okay, all right." Now, so you've come to me for aid to be able to get back to your past consciousness.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He's become real polite.
She's like, I don't know how to do that.
If you have any thoughts.
Now, I think that I can. I believe I can do that, but I'm not gonna be the one to do it. You're gonna have to do it yourselves. But I can connect you there through this tree. This tree existed in that time, and I existed in that time. Through that, we can connect you to there.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's cool.
Okay, cool.
May I ask one thing?
Yeah.
Lady, can we have some fruit?
Not you!
You want some of the fruit?
That would be pretty cool too. But I'm looking for a really cool stick.
A stick. What makes a good stick?
Milo explains for like 3 hours what makes a good stick.
Has never been more
just,
excited.
You just know when you found one And yes, for about an hour, he's going on about.
For an hour.
He's regaling us on the magnificence of sticks.
And the rest of us are just letting it happen because we know it's been building for the longest time.
We're spending a short rest so he can explain all this.
So she's like,
I feel like she'd be interested though.
Yeah.
during
yeah.
this
Of
time
course
that
Milo would feel that way.
during this time while he's talking to her, he's not noticing because he's so deep in conversation, but the other three of you do, that she herself is starting to grow up and becoming a woman as opposed to a child.
Oh, that's nifty.
And by the time he's done discussing what happened,
She's dead.
she had kids, got a good, business degree,
Moved up in her career.
retired.
died. She's a beautiful, full-figured woman now.
Va va voom.
And Milo is completely in love.
She's like, oh, so you mean like this? And then she just kind of like, it makes a stick exact to your description of what a perfect stick is.
That would be the one, my lady.
Tip a fedora.
Wow, it's kind of neat. It's like it's like it was forged. It took it hours and hours to be forged. Not actually forged, but explained perfectly what it was. That's kind of neat.
So she hands you this stick, this perfect stick. Now you will take care of it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Milo,
He's practically glowing.
you need to. This stick is more than just the perfect stick. It has powers.
Is this one of the relics?
No.
Oh, he just likes the stick.
If you turn it upside down, it prevents you from falling once.
That was from her coat closet. She did not care.
Yeah, she did not care.
She was giving you whatever.
It was
Cut
no
again.
joke. An inflatable mattress for guests when they come over. It's like, here.
No, she's like, it has magical powers that will be connected to you in your life. Now, what it's going to be able to do is it's going to be able to let you commune with me in your old timeline, wherever you are. And if I can help, I will.
Thank you.
It's a long walkie-talkie.
Also, the
Essentially.
goblin really wants to try the fruit. And I mean,
You really want to try the fruit?
I mean, yeah.
Is it like senzu beans?
ma'am, could you make him share?
Don't worry, there's enough fruit for everyone. So she just kind of basically phases into the tree, goes up,
Like Swamp Thing.
grabs one, and comes back out.
Swamp.
And the actual fruit itself at this point is about the size of a man on this size of a tree. She's like, take what you wish.
James the Giant Peach, baby.
Wow.
This is awesome.
We eat a hole in it and use it like a giant hamster wheel.
I love
It's the
it.
size of a man. It's not that big. It's big, but it's not that
We
big.
use it like a mech suit.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I wear it like a suit.
Mech suit fruit.
But also, he inquires about maybe if she knew about his friend.
I know many of the Fae on this side of the continent.
I'm looking for one specifically. I grew up with her. She taught me everything.
Do they go to parties?
Here, give me your hand, young Milo.
Before he does, he scoops out a piece of the fruit and throws it straight at Nicholas for his smarmy comment. Shut up!
So you put your hand in hers in yours, and she.
Now we're married.
Talik's like, and now I pronounce you God and husband.
She reaches through your memories to find who you're speaking of. She's like, yes, I know that Fae. Her name is Clovia. She was your friend?
Yes, ma'am.
She's not anywhere near here, but she's still in the world today.
Can you help me find her? I've been looking for so long.
Yes,
Over 200 years long.
but I'm going to need you to be patient while I ask around.
I got some phone calls to make.
I just woke up.
I know
Yes,
about
ma'am.
I know about trees and things, but I've got a lot of matters to
I
attend
haven't
to.
got my license yet.
So just give me some time, and I'll be in contact through your stick.
Okay. I love your tree, by the way.
Thank you. I do too. So this fruit, are you eating it?
Yes.
Are all of you eating it?
Milo is.
I'm eating it, but I'm also looking for seeds, if there is any.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Seedless. The first seedless fruit.
That's
I
their
was gonna-
magic. She just makes seedless fruit.
Yeah.
I was gonna make juice out of it.
Now
Milo's just eating it.
this fruit, if eaten, will give you
Intense diarrhea.
all the fiber you're gonna need for the rest of your life.
Jeez. Whoa. Whoa.
You're going to be so regular.
Forever.
Forever.
You never have to.
Every poop is always comfortable.
Every poop is always coming.
I need that,
That
right
would
now.
be great.
I need that right
Tell
now.
we're in our late 20s. I'm 30 now.
Yeah, you just turned 30. No, what I was gonna say is, eating this fruit will give anybody who eats it a strong jaunt of revigoration into their bloodstream and their bodies, and give you an extra temporary 5 hit points. Just for the time it takes for you to digest it.
Okay.
What if someone makes it into juice?
Well,
What if I never poop?
Your poop. This will make sure.
It's going to rip right through you. Hold on.
is there
Okay.
a way to carry this with us?
Here's a question.
Or some of it.
How do we get back in time?
Follow me.
She told us already.
We have
She
to
said
go-
this tree.
We also have to go
Follow
meet
me. Let's turn around.
Dr. Phantasm and see if he can help.
That's later.
But I feel like we need to do this now. Let's go back first.
Before we meet Dr. Phantasm?
Does,
Yeah, I like that idea personally.
well, if we go back in
We're
time,
sort of here. We're gonna go back in time. We're gonna take care of our mess back there, and we're gonna go back.
If we go
Start
back
from
in
this
time-
point and then
Yeah.
go forward.
do we want to look for... We need to figure out if she knows the location of another relic.
Yeah.
That's the big
They're
thing.
the other relic. 'Cause there was only one.
In
the
Yes.
future.
In the future, there's only one.
Or if she knows one in any in the past.
Is this stick the relic?
No.
No.
No, this
She
is
didn't
mine.
have one.
This is
Or
just
did she
my
have
stick.
one? I thought she had one.
No.
No, she's going to help us get back in time.
She doesn't have a capital R relic, like an Oberon relic, but this is a relic of hers
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is...
Okay.
that she gave to Milo.
Okay, cool.
Now, so what are you asking? You guys just said what you should ask, and you didn't ask me what you're going to ask.
Oh, I said... No, I
Take
said...
us back in time.
Yeah,
like,
how do we
what
get
we're
back in
gonna
time?
do.
Yeah.
But also, I think I will add, do you know of a relic?
Yes. You already have the pelt, I see. The
This whole thing.
that old thing. The relic that you seek that's left that Oberon has not grabbed himself yet will be located north in the spine of the world.
Mountains.
Yeah, it's from mountains.
So the
But this is the present?
yeah, during their the future present.
Future
Okay.
presence, that's where it's at. Who knows where it's at in the past?
Do you know of any in the past?
My past self might. But I've been asleep so long and things have slipped my mind from here and there.
And
I've-
things change.
and things change.
How do we find you in the past?
Me.
Holy shit, I'm
Yeah.
dumb. Well, you still have the stick, though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Things can travel through the stream. You're
Okay.
still so basically
It's a
your-
relic. It's special.
Your bodies are being
We're
shared.
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Well, I should have bought like a Kit Kat back in the...
Oh my gosh, they don't exist.
If I say it, it's canon.
No, if he says it, it's
I know.
Kit Kats will never exist because Kit Kats suck.
What?
I'm quitting this podcast.
Kit Kats suck.
We'll be getting Twixes though.
I don't like.
Twix.
You don't like Twigs. What about Snickers?
Can we continue?
Get out.
Let's get back in time.
Okay, and do we want to go back in time? I feel like here's the thing. I feel like if we don't get the relics in this time period, if we go back in time and like take a bunch of relics that he already has, that changes a bunch of shit in the future.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
Yeah.
we go back in time.
Well, I mean, I think what Colton's saying is we know where the one here is.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go back in time and get some there, that could change the course of everything, and it could not be where it was,
Right.
where we know it is now in the future. I think that's what he's saying. I think Colton's,
Oberon, instead of having the 4 now that he has, might have the one that we know of in the future.
Then we just go back in time. Why? Oh, okay, I understand. So we
Right.
go to the spine, get the one that's here,
Then we come back and go.
then we travel,
yeah.
and then we get those other ones.
Right. So my plan is we meet Dr. Phantasm on our way to the spine.
Okay.
See if he, say what's up. Hey, bro.
Maybe he
Sort
can help
that
us out.
situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Then go to the spine, get the relic, come back to this tree, go back in time, get the other 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I mean, I guess we could also. Well, once
There's so
again,
many
it could-
options
it
we
could.
could-
It could change the events or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe us collecting the ones in the past basically funnels him to getting just the one that's in the future right now.
So what I want to know is, so what's our plan? What do you guys want to do?
I think
Golden,
we
I
should
want you to
Go
make a
to
plan.
Neverwinter.
I think we should go to Neverwinter, meet up with Dr. Phantasm,
See what he knows,
see what he knows,
then come back.
Yeah.
go to the spine, get the relic,
Okay.
then come back. Go back in time.
Because we can meet her later.
Right.
I mean, we can go back to Karamis to boop back.
Yeah.
What do you think, Milo?
He's happy.
I got stick.
Milo's got his.
I think
stick.
he's just hugging that stick.
Yes. He's really excited.
I think that's probably the best plan.
Yeah.
I feel like if we go back in time now, we're changing shit in the future. So coming back to the future and everything's different, the relic that we currently know where it is may not be there.
Okay.
It may be with Oberon. So
and
if
who-
we have
yeah.
the chance to get it now, we
Then
should
get
take it.
Then get it now.
Right.
But what if we run into Oberon now?
Because he is in Neverwinter.
Then I'll use my stick on him.
We run.
Yeah, I was like, we get the fuck out of
We
here.
run.
Here's a
Well, that does make me think. Because you think like Oberon's gonna be able to like sense the Balkan Stone and all that jazz. Like,
We'll find out.
I guess
Maybe.
we'll
I was
find
kind of
out.
wondering about that earlier when we were like using the Balkan Stone in Oberon's like territory. That's the thing. He has territories.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, how do we get back? I want to figure out how we get
He
back
just physically wants to know how do we get back? What
because I
do
feel like
do?
why we keep
Yeah,
we don't even know how to do it while we keep talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
planning.
That's true. Let's talk. Okay. Good
How,
call.
how are you going to get back? She says
Yeah.
to you guys. How you guys are going to get back is we're going to walk into the lower level of this tree into the roots. And the roots will stretch to that point in time. You walk along them and you get off there.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Proud of you.
This is the best tree.
Okay.
Are they like little?
Okay, so we can
water
just come back to this. How far do these roots reach out to this forest?
How far the roots reach out?
Yeah. Well,
Forever.
I'm
Through
saying
time.
is
through time. That's,
my backup plan is what if we keep track of these roots and if
What, we dig down to a root?
I don't know.
Somewhere?
I guess that's dumb of me to think. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Weird fast travel.
Not that. I'm saying if it's a weird way of us
Everyone dig!
no, like a weird way we can like if we find a route we can sort of from there we can
Okay.
like,
I see what you're
like if the root at some point comes up out of the ground, like
We can use
touch
that.
it and use it to travel.
So your question is, do we have to be in this forest, in this tree, in order to travel? through
travel.
time?
exactly. That's my question.
As of right now, yes.
Okay. That's
Seems like to me that each of the lower gods will
Can
take
only-
us back in time. Or
Yes.
forward in time.
Somehow.
The gods
In that position.
The gods can exist, simultaneously in both realms, obviously.
Yes. So I think we can agree that we can go back in time and still get that spine.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's in the spine of the mountain, whatever.
Yeah. We can't if it's there. We don't know. That's we don't know.
Well, if
we
it's
for
sealed-
sure know where it is here.
But it's sealed up. Why would it move if it wasn't sealed?
Is it sealed?
We don't know if it's sealed.
Well, if it's sealed, he can't. If it's sealed, he can't get to it. That's why he couldn't get the pelt.
Was that something that was said? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
The seal and the Balkanstone. The reason why he got out in the first place because we opened it up with
How
the
do you get
Balkanstone.
the other 4 then? If
They
we had the
weren't
Balkan
sealed.
Stone.
They probably not sealed up.
They just weren't sealed, I guess.
I guess they just weren't sealed up.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I said the Balkan stone you have is not the only one of its kind.
So he could have done some weird
Okay, yeah.
shenanigans. I feel like we have so many options what we can really do.
Okay, so basically we're just going to come down to a vote. Do we go to the past or we stay in the future?
I'm want action. I'm tired of talking to people.
Right. So I think us going and getting the relic here, I think that's our plan.
I think there's a plan. Let's go to the spine of the mountain, get that relic, then meet Dr. Phantasm for more exposition, and then we can take it from there.
Okay, sure. That way, I like this because if we happen to run into Oberon in Neverwinter, we'll have 2 of the relics at that point and hopefully stand somewhat of a chance to at least maybe get away from him.
Or the end of the podcast.
Or we all die, and that's it.
Okay.
Or Dr. Phantasm helps us and, I don't know, whoops
Blast
us out
magic,
of there or some.
probably.
Yeah.
We'll see. So
Spine
that's our
first. Yeah.
spine.
Okay.
Let's get to the spine of the matter.
I don't think anyone says that.
No, I don't think that no one's ever said that.
So
If I say it, it's canon.
Oh my god.
So Karamas is like, you've made your choice. I'll be here when you get back.
Okay. Can you take us to the edge of the forest so we're not wandering
I can get you
around?
back to the road. Yeah.
Great.
We're lazy. We don't feel like.
Thank you so much.
So,
Beautiful lady.
do you need anything else from me before you go?
No.
So we all have +5 hit points temporarily?
Until we pass.
Yeah.
Until you pass the fruit, yeah. I mean, it's
Quite
food.
literally.
It's food. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah, you got plus 5 temp hit points, and you can carry one piece of it with you
Okay.
if you want to do that,
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be cool.
Well, okay.
and it won't go bad.
Cool.
All right. I'll take that.
We're going to go to Neverwinter.
So
Is that what we're doing now? Did you just change the plan?
I just changed the plan because I got confused. We're going to the spine of the mountain.
Okay, so we're going to the spine first.
Is
then
that what it's called, or is it
spine of the world.
Spine of the World?
Is it closer than Neverwinter, or is Neverwinter closer?
Neverwinter's a lot closer. Spine of the world's like one of the most northern parts of the continent.
Honestly, Neverwinter can be one of the last stops we make. Because it would be kind of cool if we go get all the relics, then go to Neverwinter, talk to Dr. Phantasm, be like, hey, bro, what's been going on? You know what I mean? Maybe get him on our team since he's a powerful wizard at this point, and then go after... and then go after...
Or at least an old one.
He's at least an old one. He's still a sham. Still a total sham.
I was thinking, just in my head, if it's like, here's goal, essentially, our goal 1 from here was, okay, so here's the town we were in with the lady, right? We go to the forest. We go to Neverwinter. We go to the spine. I figured we go to this forest, we go back in time, we do some yada yada.
We don't know where they're at back in the time, though. Why would we go back in time now?
I know, but I feel like once we find one,
Toast.
something's going to happen.
We can go back in time, go back to Saber's Edge. talk
And
to
what?
Tulst.
Drop off the Balkanstone and lose it?
We need it, though.
Well, we can explain all this to Tulst. I'm
Here's the
pretty sure
thing,
he's
though.
okay with
We-
saving the future.
No, he's
As
worried
long
about
as we-
saving the town and getting his wife back.
As long as we stay in the future, time in the past is not progressing. When we go back in time, it takes place seconds
Yes.
after we... So, I want to do as much in the future as we can, so we're not wasting time in the past.
Thank you. And, where do we go in the past?
Good point.
I also feel like the climax of this entire, like, after we kill Oberon and all of that stuff, is going back to Saber's Edge, and there's a fucking hurricane god or whatever.
And we're
like,
rushing to
and
put the stone back.
Jose Hornigold is there, saving the goddamn town, and we get to save him.
experience that. See, that sounds like fun. Now let's do it.
The
Let's do
Battle
that.
of Saber's
I like
Edge.
the idea
Yeah.
that the last part of us is like we kill the fuck out of it and we're rushing back.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're heading to the spine of the world now.
Right.
Yes. That's the plan. You guys are going to head to the spine of the world and try to find the relic that's located there. Now, Karames has brought you back to the main road. And it's just a straight shot from here.
To the spine of the world?
To the spine of the
Just
world.
straight north.
But it's just gonna take a long time.
Can we at least see the mountains in the distance?
This is a big forest. Are there animals in this forest? Can we ask for, like, ponies and horses and stuff?
You're going to have to wait till the next town, dude.
Okay.
And on your map...
We're not going to a town. We're going to this. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're not. It's. I hope it's not just plains for the next.
Until we get
The
to
next
there.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're probably
Just
gonna run
that.
into lots of towns and
And
cities.
well,
and
actually, one
stuff.
thing you do notice, though, is the forest has expanded.
It's getting bigger.
Since she came back into the world, the forest has expanded back out.
Oh,
Some
that's
of the
why it was all
plains-
barren plains for such a long time. Okay, got
That's cool. That
it.
makes
All right,
sense.
it's all becoming.
Milo's doing like the sound of music spinning around.
Milo is so proud of himself.
This was a big step for Milo.
So this was a big. You guys learned a lot this episode. You learned a lot, and this is where we're gonna call it today.
Okay.
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 So I want to thank everybody for listening to our episode number 8, and make sure to follow us on all our affiliated social media with DWDF Cast at Facebook and Instagram,
And at Gmail as well.
and at Gmail as well.
Please email us stuff.
Email me names. I'm bad at names. I have to either come up with something weird or Google. So please help me out. Google me any name you may have, and if we like them, we can even build. And if you give us a backstory, we could throw them in as an NPC, maybe.
Yeah, if you give us anything that we use it, we'll give you credit. We'll give you a shout out. If you want a social media plug, we will be shills for you.
Yes, of course. As long as you're shills for us.
Tit for tat.
Tit for tat. Who's tat, and why is he getting all this tit? So remember, get out there, be sexy, and roll some dice.
Stay sexy and roll some dice.
Fuck.
Why is Ryan Reynolds so much better than me?
Me? I thought you were gonna just name another actor.